Hi there, I'm Alicia Malone, and we're a bit down in the dumps this afternoon here on TCM, but that's very much by design, as we planned our programming today to coincide with the American Cinematheque's Bleak Week Film Festival. Our next dark drama is very much on theme, dealing with smuggling, robbery, double crossing, gangsters, and murder. It's called The Breaking Point, made by Warner Brothers and released in 1950. This is based on Ernest Hemingway's 1937 novel To Have and Have Not, and Hemingway called it his favorite of any film adaptation of his work. TCM fans certainly know the 1944 drama of the same name, starring Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall, but the plot of that film was only very loosely based on Hemingway's novel. Ours, with a screenplay by Ranald McDougall, is more faithful to the book, which is probably one reason the author liked it so much. Garfield plays a captain who rents out his boat and gets caught up in some bad doings with the wrong people in order to pay off some debts. Patricia Neal plays the type of woman who has no qualms about getting involved with the married Garfield. And in doing promotions for our film at the time, Neal said of her character, "I play a girl with no inhibitions worth mentioning." The direction is by Michael Curtiz, who had worked with Neil twice before, and neither experience was particularly good for them. But on our film, things seemed to go just fine, and that may be one reason the production moved along so quickly. Production began on March 28, 1950, and ended on May 10th. They ran a tight ship at Warner Brothers. Here's the film, also with Phyllis Thaxter as Garfield's wife and Juano Hernandez as his first mate. Enjoy The Breaking Point. That final scene in The Breaking Point is heartbreaking, with Juano Hernandez' character's son standing alone on the dock looking for his father. The little boy was in fact played by Hernandez's own son, whose name was Juan. And this marked John Garfield's first film back at Warner Brothers after leaving. His contract ended in 1946. Patricia Neal was under contract to the studio, and something both actors had in common was that they had been suspended by studio bosses multiple times. Why? Well, for not taking parts they were assigned or complaining about parts they had been given. Garfield was very happy to be back working with director Michael Curtiz. It was Curtiz who discovered him and cast Garfield in his breakthrough role in the 1938 film Four Daughters. And Curtiz, who didn't always take kindly to notes from actors, welcomed Garfield's input and how he wanted to portray his character. And as we just saw, the results showed on the screen. We have another dread-filled tale coming up for Bleak Week. It's a 1945 crime drama about the perils of picking up a hitchhiker. Stay with us.
Next on TCM, Detour, then Get Carter, and later, Clute. The oldest professions in session on TCM today.